to the Investing Podcast presented by Tusk Media. For a quick audio and video check-in on the stock market, here's the Stock Market Power Lunch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Investing Podcast. It's Monday, August 1st, 2016. This is your Stock Market Power Lunch. Before we get into the markets, what we want to do is take our monthly recap and look at our predictions that we made for the major indices and the price of oil. We also want to make some predictions moving forward. If this is your first time joining us for this segment, let me explain it. It's really easy. What we do is we look at where the month-end data was for the S&P 500, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the price of oil, and we make predictions for the month that is to come. So in just a minute, when I make predictions for August, I'm just going to decide, are we going to close higher or lower on each of those four components than where we closed at the end of July, so the last trading day of July. But first, let's jump into some of the predictions that we have already made. You may remember that in the month of June, I went 3-1. I correctly predicted the outcome of the S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ, but I missed on the price of oil. It's going to sound really boring, people, but let's walk through this, and unfortunately, it's kind of more in the same. We're going to get the graphic up here, and hopefully that works. If it doesn't, oh well, so be it. But I nailed, once again, the Dow. I predicted it to be up, and it was up. So great success right there. S&P 500, I said it was going to go up. Great success right there. NASDAQ up. Nailed it. 3 for 3. The Nostradamus of Narwhal has yet to miss an equity index prediction on this entire podcast, and we're like 120 episodes in, so just absolutely killing it. I've only made 6, and many of them were highly correlated. Nonetheless, we're rolling. Oil, though, I've yet to make one correct on oil. Oil I predicted up, it fell like 20%. So oil was a big strike, but that brings our 2-month total to a 6-2 record. Again, yet to miss on the equity, so let's make some predictions for this month. I think we're going to see a negative Dow move, a negative S&P move, a negative NASDAQ move, and I predict that oil will actually rally just a little bit. It's going to be a late month rally to close above where it closed in July. So again, all of these predictions will be for the month of August relative to those July closes, so at the end of the month. With that in mind, we're going to continue to track those throughout the month. But let's jump in on some of the stories for today. The markets right now, some negativity, and that didn't influence my decisions too much. Keep in mind, we're only like 3 trading hours into the month, but I don't want you guys thinking I'm just following the leader here. Dow is down 27 basis points, S&P down 20. NASDAQ is actually up about 30 basis points. NASDAQ's really been on a tear for the last 3 weeks or so. Global Dow down about 24 basis points. Gold is up 13 basis points, trading at about $13.60 an ounce. That's $1,360 an ounce. And oil dipped below 40 for the first time since April. It's down about 4% in trading today, trading at about $39.94 per barrel. So not a good day for oil. As you may realize here, went with a little bit of a contrarian pick there, thinking oil is going to rally a little bit. It's already made a 4% deficit for itself. A couple stories that we found interesting out there in the marketplace. Obama, $500 million library coming up in Chicago. People are pretty excited that they've picked a location. Took them about a year to figure that out. Other people are really ticked that this thing's going to cost $500 million. But let's keep that in context, people. $500 million is only like 5 hours of national debt. That's a real thing, and that's really depressing. But we rack up about $2.4 billion worth of deficit every single day. So, hey, I'm all for that $500 million library. Sounds like a great deal, and we all need to read a little bit more, especially the youth out there. Stickers. I don't know if you guys saw this, but some sleek product placement right here. We have brand new Tusk Media stickers. We've got a ton of them. We've got several right here. There's one. There's another, there's a third. We've got about 1,000 of these things. What we want you to do is tweet at us and say, hey, I want a sticker. You can tweet at us at Tusk Media LLC. Check that out. We'll get your address. We'll send you a sticker. We were doing the koozie thing, but we ran out. So we'll send you stickers. We'll have a lot of fun with it. We're enjoying them. You can put them on just about anything. Right here, little protein blender bottle action. Got the sticker on there. If you combine this sticker with protein, you too can have the body of a podcaster. So just a little pro tip for you right there. Adobe. We're trying to convert some images. This is where we need some help. If anyone out there has Photoshop or some other program. What's it? InDesign, Adobe InDesign. If anybody listening has either of those programs, we just need to convert some images to different file types so that we can actually use them. Hit us up. We'll throw you a bunch of stickers. I'm trying to think of what other artifacts we have around the office. Maybe, actually, let's do this. If you can find us a program for that and convert these files successfully, we're going to send you this narwhal. It's been one of our most reoccurring guest stars of this podcast. Sometimes it sits right here on the lamp. It's kind of been all over the place. So if you guys hit us up and say, hey, I can convert those files for you, we'll send you the files. There's nothing secretive about them. We just don't have those files, and we're not about to pay for those programs. But if you can figure that out, we're going to reward you handsomely with that plastic narwhal. I think you'll really appreciate that its tail, it moves. So a little bit of mobility right there. I don't know if you can catch that on the screen. We'll try to make it a GIF image or something like that, and maybe I'll just bring it in real close. Zoom in there, Joseph. Let's really sell them on this help opportunity. You guys seeing that? I hope you're listening, because this is really rich audio content. Thanks for listening to the Investing Podcast. Thanks for watching. If you're out there, again, hit us up on Twitter at Tusk Media LLC. We'll throw you one of these awesome narwhal with headphones stickers. You guys will enjoy it. We'll talk to you in just a few hours for the Investing Happy Hour. Have a great afternoon.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.